Hey up everybody, my name's Joshua Morrison, director of Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence. Now today, I released this little jam thing onto YouTube, right? And I got a comment that asked me, how do you jam? How do you just jam and make it seem like it's just normal, right? And I looked at that comment and I thought about it for a while. I didn't really know what to say because, to be honest, I don't think I can jam. I'm not in a jam band, I'm not in any band. I jam with people very rarely. I spend most of my time jamming with myself to various jam tracks on the internet or to my own songs or just sitting around just pissing about, right? So I don't feel like I'm the right person to ask, okay? But I did find the question quite interesting and I realised I did have quite a lot to say on the matter. So I thought, let's make a little video about it and we'll see what kind of thing can come around, what can be learned, what can be gleaned from the general process of jamming, because it's one of those innate things, I think. It's not like you sit down and learn it like a form of maths. It just kind of happens, right? So I think what we're going to do, we're going to jam out to a song that I put on my last album called Decisions in Another Language. Right, the song is called Communication. The reason I've chosen this one is because it's a very long, drawn-out, jammy song. So I've taken the longest demo that I found of this song. Right, I've taken all the vocals out, I've taken all the lead guitar out, and we're going to just see what we can do to have a bit of fun over it. Right? And we'll see where it goes, because I think it could go in some interesting directions. Where is a pick? I need a pick. Should really have had a pick first, shouldn't I? There's this pick. I don't like this pick very much. I made this pick out of an old work access card. You know, the cards that you swipe to get into work. I just cut the corner off of this when they let me go, and I just thought, well, I'm not going to need the card anymore. Get some use out of it. Well, actually, it's because I was up north and I needed to do an open mic up there, and I forgot to bring a pick. So I wasn't going to go buy a pick just for the sake of it, so I just cut this out. So this is in C minor, C sharp minor. Okay. Now I'm just making sure that it is actually coming through. It is, it's a wee bit loud. I'm also gonna, whoa! I turned the master up there by accident. My bad. Ugh, don't like that. I like the one that's called So American. This is a good thing about this new guitar, is it has humbuckers and single coils. I don't know which is which, but I think this is the humbucker. And single coil. And humbucker. Single coil. So that's quite fun. I'm going to use the humbucker. So I think what's important to know going into it, right, is what is jamming? Well, jamming is essentially playing music improvised, essentially. That's all it is. How do you improvise? Well, generally everyone will give you a different answer, but the way I think of it is, for music, I have a load of different ideas in terms of playing music. So one of the first things I sort of learned when I was learning the guitar, right, I thought about it, dun. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 1 really. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? So you kind of, that's how I work. I work in scales. That's a scale, essentially, is what I played in a C sharp minor. So do you see what I'm doing? I'm moving around the fretboard in a way that feels natural. And the way that you do that is you need to have a few different options for maneuvers, right? So right there, that's a movement to, I could have just done that. But It's up to you which one works better. Do you want to have more of a... Because I don't think... I think it has a bit more of a, you know, thing to it. So it's about what works for the moment, right? So you have a bank of various riffs and ideas in your head, right? So lately I've been doing a lot of this sort of thing. Also, when I want to go up, I tend to, if I'm, you know, if I want to go in autopilot, right? Right, it's a nice way of just going up, using up a bit of time, and in that time, I'm not having to think when I'm doing that. And in that time, which I'm spending not thinking about what I'm currently playing, because that just is so innate, I can think about where I want to go next. So, right, so you can see you want to use different maneuvers, and while you're doing those maneuvers, that takes you into the next option. And sometimes you might find yourself jamming out and just, you know, coming up with an idea, right? And then you move on to the next idea, you play a couple notes of it, and you think, I have played that before, that's almost like a riff from some other thing that I learned ages ago. But I'm doing it in a different key. So for instance, one of the first things I ever learned was the one of the riffs to I'm Not In Your Mind by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, which sort of goes like this. So it goes like that, right? But what I tend to find is that I can use that in basically any key. So you see, I did something completely different, but I took the same basic idea of... And that was the exact same thing that I played before, but just done with a different, you know, different notes. Well, the same notes, but just in different places, right? So you fall back into comfort zones and use those comfort zones in new contexts. So that original I'm Not In Your Mind thing is in B, but I was just doing it in C sharp minor. And what I tend to find as a little personal trick is if I'm really struggling to come up with something, so I'm just going to jam out a little bit and then I'll show you what I do. So you see when I'm going big, right, like with the thing I mentioned earlier, right, where I don't have to think, I also don't have to think I'm doing. I also don't have to think when I'm doing that. And those take a little bit of extra time as well, so it gives you, it's a nice safety net to have. It's good to have little various safety nets so that when, say if I'm doing something, right, if I fuck something up there, I fucked one bit up, which was, I think I hit this bum note. So I had a safety net, which was something like that, where you're just finding a new resolution to that bum note. So trying to hit the bum note on purpose. So you see, that's kind of how I'm thinking about it anyway. I hope that makes some level of sense. And what we're going to do is we're going to start the jam track Pre-estate thing. Sets up the mode. So you see, I had a preordained thing, that right? That is part of the song, a natural, unimprovised thing. So when that comes in, I can just resolve back into that. So that's actually quite an awkward bit there because I'm changing from C sharp Dorian to C sharp minor. That's not part of the Dorian mode. So you can see it's kind of, this is a basic bit, no improvisation, but a big improv-y bit's coming up. This bit, I'm not, it wasn't in the original song, I've just come up with it and I've stuck with it. Just quick. So I hope what I've been saying so far has made some level of sense, as we're going to start having a bit of fun in a bigger mode, in a bigger, you know, overdriven thing. Down a wee bit, so you can actually hear me. Still too loud. Yeah, there we go. So I think overall the thing that I'm trying to get across is that you have, you know, improvised bits and unimprovised bits, and so the improvised bits are your playground to use the toys that you've been working on, right? So that riff, I could play that in any fucking key that I want. I could play it, say, up here. But it's different. So instead it's half steps on these second bits, right? And the reason it's that is because it fits into the C Dorian mode, C sharp Dorian mode. So So I hope that makes some level of sense, and we're going to start having some fun with this jam. What the fuck is going on with this fucking... Oh, great, I didn't get to have my solo. So you notice how that sounded like it could have been a resolving note, but it didn't sound quite resolving enough for that final bit. So going up the scale, you can never go wrong, right? Sounds quite good. So you can see what I'm doing there, right? Hang on, let me do it. So I tried to do some kind of conclusionary, here's how everything works sort of thing there. Don't think it worked, but you get the point I'm making. And this bit's in 7/8, so you can't really jam on it. So we're gonna finish things up there. So I hope you managed to get something out of this rather than just pure entertainment, because I know this was so entertaining. Yeah. The key to it is having a decent array of riffs and things, and understanding scales to a point where you can just, I guess, transpose something from whatever it was originally into your new context, and to treat things as malleable no matter what. Right? Any riff that you think of that you think that could be cool, it will be cool. It just needs to be cool in the right context. Right? So thank you very much for watching this video, and if you want more of that, let me know what was the issue with the format, and I'll do less of that in the future, because I quite enjoyed doing that. I just need to get better at talking and playing at the same time. That's kind of the key. And at some point I'll do a melodica tutorial, so we'll do that. Ah, that's fucking annoying. It's really sharp.